Hi guys, my name is George, or iProBanjo, and I am now a new video producer for Gamespresso. Sorry, I have a bit of a cold, so I may sound weird, but yes, I am British, and today I'm going to be making a little guide from Mother Base in Metal Gear Solid 5. This is on PC. Hope you enjoy the video. Now, as many of you will know, you can travel between different platforms on, or you can post yourself between them, like this. This is a very good and quick way to get from one different point in your FOB, or not your FOB, or Mother Base, to another point, which is really useful. Now, I'm actually mailing myself to another point in my Mother Base right now. I need to show you my next thing. If I unbox myself, that would be useful. Right. Something you guys may have missed on your first playthrough is that the first platform, on the medical platform, in your Mother Base, if, you know, the control scheme doesn't be horrible to me, you can actually find pads. You'll see on the top balcony a room with a blue light like this. So you walk through here, and there's a door. If you press on that button, then here's Paz. It does unlock a secret cutscene the first time you see it. However, when you find Mother Base soldiers, you can show her pictures. The old Mother Base soldiers do have pictures on them, so you show her the pictures, just like this.
Who took this? Strange Love? Maybe when she rubbed that sunscreen on me. Oh, I'm trying not to remember it.
She does think she's
No, despite her quirks, Dr.
quite young.
Strangelove is a good person.
She's quite delusional,
I wish
actually.
she'd come and say hello. I'm sorry, Snake. My head hurts.
Okay, so that's what Paz
Let me
does.
rest.
She looks at pictures and she gives you hints of the past and any time you have missed and stuff like that. Awesome. So, on to the next thing. Hi guys, and welcome to the FOB. Not the FOB, what do I mean? The Aerial Command Center. That's what it's called. Here you can see my Snake, or Big Boss, or whatever you want to call him, no spoilers. He is the psycho one with the big horn and blood covers him because I enjoy massacring people. With that massive 50 caliber sniper rifle you can see to the left of the screen there. Fires through anything, it's amazing. Anyway, as you go through the game, these pictures will update with different things that happened. See there you can see Code Talker, you can see Miller, you can see Ocelot, you can see Liquid, you can see lots and lots of people. Awesome. I'll try and keep the spoilers to a minimum. Anyway, here's my dog. You can actually, in the FOB, if you press tab, don't know what button it is on console because I'm playing this on PC, as I've said before. You can actually customize all of your buddies. So if I wanted to customize D-Horse, I have this very weird design for D-Horse. I never use D-Horse. I always just get a car. But you can customize any of your buddies. So if I wanted to customize D-Dog, color, let's have a white D-Dog with an eye patch. So now it looks like an Arctic fox, which is nice and cool. Another thing you can do, obviously, you can research lots of different things. I'm running a bit low on GMP at the moment, which is the currency in the game, so I can't develop too many things. However, when you get to Africa in the game, there will be side quests or side ops for you to extract a Master Gunsmith. This is a quest line made up of 3 missions, and once you've done this, you can customize your own gun, so I recommend you do this quest line as soon as possible. So, all of these guns are quite powerful. That is a Magnum 44 with a sniper scope, because why not? That's a 9mm handgun. Riot SMG, I love that gun. Some really nice guns. That is probably my favourite gun I have. Assault rifle with a grenade launcher. It's very, very good. Awesome. Let me show you a few other things. Now it's my second time trying to record this little bit because my dog started barking right in the middle. So, also, there are things that you can research at your mother base which are pretty much cheat items. They may limit your mission completion rank, and they also cannot be used in FOB missions, but that's alright. So, these cheat items may include Parasite Suit. Actually, yes they do, because they do restrict your mission rank, as it just says in the corner. These can give you armor, invisibility, and other things like that. Then there's the Cyborg Ninja Suit. Don't use this one too often. It's not aesthetically pleasing because it doesn't fit with the aesthetic of the rest of the game. Pretty much turns you into a Cyborg Ninja, but with the graphics of the old Metal Gear games, which doesn't really fit in with this game, although some nostalgic people may like it. And then, Infinity Bandana. This is something I always use. It just looks like a normal bandana, however gives you limitless ammunition, and also suppression, which is something I really like. Costs a lot, but I always use it. So, next bit. Now obviously, something the game tells you relatively early on is you can build your own platforms at your mother base, and also later on it tells you can build up your own FOB. I have a relatively high level FOB, so we don't really need to look at that. Another thing is the staff management. Staff management is it's a very detailed aspect of the game. So, you can look at your combat units and your security teams, your R&D team, your base development team, your support unit, your intel team, your medical team, your sick bay, brig. And then you can also get a list of all staff and also killed in action and former. I have a lot of dismissed staff because I have, let's face it, I have a lot of staff, 1400 in fact. Thought I'd just check that. And once you get over that limit, you start dismissing staff, which is a bit of a shame. All of these men were good men. However, I've also lost a lot of men to death. You can auto-assign all of your staff with, say, combat unit priority or security team priority. The thing about combat and security team is they both go off the combat ability, which is dictated by those swords, which you can see on the icons along the top of the staff attributes, I suppose you could call them. So they both go off those, and the game did struggle before an update to decide who should go into the combat unit or security unit. It seemed like it always prioritized the combat unit. However, now you can choose your balance. So, combat unit prioritized.
Staff assigned.
There you go. And now it's looking good. So, let's look at the next bit. Now, your base security settings, as they're called in the top left-hand corner under iDroid version 3.02, are very, very important. In the game, as I said, I have a cold. In the game, your base can't be randomly attacked by other players. You can see at the bottom that it's telling me about a time that I was attacked, and it all went fairly smoothly. Anyway, if you select command platform, this is how I always do it, and then select advanced settings, all decks, and pretty much ramp everything up to the maximum. So I've got a lot of different security protocols. 12 guards on, apparently I've got 12 guards on this platform, but as you can see on the right, I have 20, so it's all good. Awesome. Another thing, PF grade. This just grades your private force against other people of similar grade. Also ranks your victory points, which is something you get from defeating other people's FOBs, which is forward operating bases. From these, you get PF points, or private force points, which you can spend on not only ranked staff, but also materials. I always go for fuel resources because I'm always fairly short of fuel. Awesome. So let's go on to the next thing. Now, something I forgot to talk about is the nuclear weapons in the game. When you get to a high enough level, or I think it's at the end of the game, you can start to build nuclear weapons. They do cost 750,000 GMP and also cost a lot of fuel and also even more metal, or not even more metal, even more fuel, but it's very expensive. For me, the benefits of owning a nuke don't really... there's no real tangible benefit. It can stop some people... Thank you, Intel. It can stop some people from retaliating against your FOB. However, if you own a nuke, your FOB can be nuked, which wipes out your entire FOB. For me, there's no real benefit. I mean, it stops people from retaliating, but then at any time you can just be nuked and wiped off the map, so it's not really tangible. One good thing is, once you get a heroism of 150,000, I think, you can attack people with nukes without fear of retaliation. This means that you can steal their nukes, sell it for nuclear waste, which is worth 100,000 GMP per bit of nuclear waste. Really useful, I think. I haven't actually done it yet, but can't wait to do that. Now, I haven't even looked at the missions tab at all in the aerial command center yet. It's split into missions list, which is literally just a list of main story missions. Not too interesting. Side ops, which is fairly interesting because these have kept me entertained for many an hour. By the way, I have pumped about 100 hours into this game, quite a lot. Combat deployments, which are very, very useful. It's a way to get constant GMP flowing through the base if they decide to load this is. Let's just wait. Elevator music. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, there you go. So there's dispatch missions, which they're quite useful. You have to be logged into the game for them to run, and some of the run times are quite long. And here are the ones I always run, dispatch missions. So these run whilst you're offline. So I always do staff headhunting. From this one, I'm going to get 30 A-grade volunteers. From this one, I'm going to get 3 S-grade volunteers, but also a lot of precious metal and a lot of GMP. And also, from this one, I'm going to get a lot of volunteers. So these missions are very, very useful, as you can probably tell. It's also split into FOB missions, which I enjoy the FOB missions. You can attack other people's bases, steal stuff, and you can steal their resources. However, if you get discovered, then a wormhole opens up back to your base, and they can retaliate against you, which is quite... I imagine it could be quite irritating. So retaliation targets, I only have one. Indirect retaliation targets, quite a few of those actually. Nuclear equipped targets, don't believe I have any of those, and network error has occurred. Great. Anyway, I'm going to log into that and try and show you a few more things. Peace. Now here I'm going to show you one of the side ops. There's a little aspect in the game which I only discovered after completing the main story, that there's big towers with rotating discs on the top. If you take them out, sorry that was a horrible description, but if you take them out, you can actually land very close to enemy points. So here I'm going to do it.
Heading to Afghanistan.
So you jump in, and then you just pick your equipment. I'm just going to change my secondary weapon to a new one I've actually customized. So here it is. I'm going to use that one. And D-Dog looks good. I've sort of gotten to the point where I don't really like to extract other staff members from the field anymore, because I just get so many volunteers. I'm popular. But yeah, So let's jump in. Here's a little description of Mother Base GMP if you really needed it. I'm sure you know what that is. It's probably one of the more basic things in this game. Anyway, here I am, just riding in. Northern Kabul, Afghanistan. And the time is 6:20 in the morning. Awesome. So, seeing through Big Boss's eyes, or Snake, or Jimmy, or whatever you want to call him. His name isn't really Jimmy. I don't know what his name is. I don't know what Big Boss's real name is, like, not Snake or Big Boss. So I'm dropping into this place. Oh, it is this place. And my mission is to pretty much extract some wandering puppets. I'm not sure where they are in this place, but I'm sure we'll find out. I am sure we'll find out. So, if you extract like this, you can use the minigun on any targets you see. Obviously. Now I actually don't see any targets yet. Why do they have the decoys standing? Ah, that's what I was talking about. I talked about weird things with discs on top, and that's what I meant. Amazing description, George. Congratulations. Awesome. So, I'm gonna land. Not me. I never lost control. Actually, I should probably mute this music. Yeah, okay. That music is now muted. This sound may actually have been copyrighted. Well done. Well done. Many well done. Let's jump down and wait for him to leave. Is he leaving? I think so. Okay.
The map has been updated.
Oh, yeah, amazing job at copyrighted. Now, I'm here to actually do a little mission, but I'm also going to extract some things. I always want anti-aircraft. I always want vehicles. So, let's nick them. Right, I'm here to take out some wandering puppets. Actually, incredibly terrifying and annoying in the game when you do discover them, because they can actually quite easily swarm you. And as I said, this gun's pretty overpowered.
That's the target.
Yeah, I know that's a target. You don't have to tell me, you whore. You know, I'm not even sure if I did mute that music. All I did was just turn down the volume on my mic. Whether I actually muted the music or not, I'm not completely sure. Please leave down in the description whether it actually muted the music. Ah, that hurt. You're a whore. Awesome. So, that's the side up completed. I'm going to run outside and show you a few more things. So, here I am outside, and your support can actually give you a lot of different types of support. So, buddy support, you can change out your buddy, change out your buddy's equipment, supply drops, so ammo, so just general equipment. You can get different weapons, different loadouts, different vehicles. You can call fire support, this is really useful. So you can call an actual airstrike, you can call smoke to hide your movement, sleeping gas, you can disrupt all communications, and you can actually get weather modification. So if it's raining and you want it to be sunny, awesome. And then obviously you can get pickup and air support. So, one little thing I'm going to show you, because I went through the entire game not knowing this, and I wish I did. To get extracted from a zone, you can actually climb on top of a container like this, put your folding on it. No! Anyway, okay, that didn't work out too well. That did not work out too well. Now, here's a tip I only discovered last night. If you go to your FOB missions menu, go to training and visit destination. You can select yourself. You don't have to train there, you can actually just visit it. So this is a good way of just looking around your FOB, which I'm going to go and do now. Oh god, this cold. Let's go to the combat unit platform and let's go there. So, awesome. If it loads. I hope it does. That'd be useful. FOB blockade. Yeah, that's quite useful. Read that if you want. Probably isn't anything you haven't already seen in the game. But, yeah. There you go. Oh god, this cold. For some reason, if you're visiting it, it does still give you a timer, which is odd. A bit confusing, but who cares? Who cares? North Pacific Ocean. So you use the wormhole. Run up the stairs as Invisible Snake. And then you can just, you know, look around. You can do weird stuff.
Boss, have you lost your mind?
Oh, okay. Don't know what happened there. The last two clips have been a bit weird with their endings. Anyway, if I've told you anything new, leave a like rating. If you think there's anything I missed, comment down below. If you want to see more videos from me, do something else to express gratitude. Hopefully my next video will be a bit funnier. Anyway, thanks guys, thank you for watching Gamespresso, and peace.